Well, here we are at the beautiful little Oasthouse Theatre, where we are going to find out just what happens with all this paranormal activity that's been going on here. Follow me as we enter the auditorium. Apparently there's been activity in the bar area, the green room, as well as the auditorium. So we'll talk to somebody about what's happening. Now, what are we going to find in this charming little theatre? Well, here I am, sitting on the stage of the Oasthouse Theatre, which is situated in a little town in the south of England. And this little theatre has had a lot of paranormal activity over the years. And here to tell me all about it is one of the stalwarts of the theatre, Dean Cassidy. Hi, Dean.
Morning, Paul.
Good to meet you. And how long have you been associated with this theatre?
I've been a member now for over 40 years.
Right. And have you seen any of these paranormal activities?
I haven't personally myself, but I've heard stories from some members that have had experiences here.
Tell us about some of the stories.
Well, the first one was one of our members who was sitting over in the auditorium, actually. It was on a rehearsal night. It was only a very small cast, so the only people that were here were on stage, were acting. And she sat in the front row, and she felt a hand on her shoulder. So she turned around to say something because she thought someone was telling her she was, wanted downstairs or whatever. And then there was no one there. And she thought nothing of it. They were still rehearsing. And she said, like 5 minutes later, she felt it again and turned round and no one there. No one at all. No.
And of course, this place was originally, before it was a theatre, was an Oasthouse.
It was, yeah.
And isn't there a story about something in the Oasthouse?
There is, yeah. When they first acquired this theatre in the early 60s, they found some reports about a person that was 1897, and I don't know if he was the owner of the Oast or he worked here. It was Mortimer Squires, and he found that his wife was having an affair with one of the workers here, one of the threshers from the Oasthouse. So he followed them. He lived in Upchurch, so he followed the pair, and he killed both of them. But he obviously felt, that what he'd done was wrong. He came back to the Oasthouse here, and he repeated to have hung himself in one of the kilns. So one of the workers came into the Oast and found him hanging in the kiln, and that was 1897.
So it could be him causing a few problems around the building.
Indeed, yeah. And there have been other instances that people have felt presence, and someone said that they felt they were in the bar area, which obviously wasn't a bar before then, but they felt that someone touched them. Yes.
But as far as actually seeing an entity, nobody's
no one's actually seen. It's just the feeling and the touching, feeling a hand on there as if they're sort of, want reassurance. Or
what about any poltergeist activity where props have been moved or things like that?
We have had it in one place. I think it was about 10 years ago, and things go missing. No one here, and you come back when you rehearse on a Tuesday night, and you come back, and you've left props on the table, and they're not there, and no one's here during the day.
Yes.
And you go to find them, and they're not there, and then you come back. I think it happened to one of their members. She went downstairs, and then she came back, and the prop was there.
It was
a
back
personal
there.
prop on the table.
Amazing.
Yeah. And our props table is in the backstage area, which is near one of the kilns.
I see. Where the guy was hung himself.
Yeah, indeed.
Good luck. Well, what we'll do then, with your permission, we will have a look when our ghost hunter and our psychic get here. We will have a look and try and make contact with whoever's here.
Yeah, see if we can find anything.
Good.
Yeah, excellent. Let's hope.
As part of our ghost hunting team, we've got psychic Michelle Morley and ghost hunter Nigel Wood, who we hope will make contact with some of the entities that inhabit this charming little theatre. So here we are with our current team member, Michelle Morley, who is a well-known, well-respected psychic. Hi, how are you?
I'm good. It's nice to meet you. I'm really excited to be here in this beautiful theatre. It's got such an interesting vibe and energy about it. Yeah.
It has, hasn't it?
Yeah, it has.
And tell me, when you come to a place like this,
Yes.
how do you get in touch with people? Do you see things, hear things, or what? How does it work?
Both of those.
Oh, really?
So it's being a medium.
Yeah.
We kind of call it opening up and closing down.
Yes.
So it's a choice. Otherwise, you would be inundated all the time, and all mediums out there will know this. So we choose to open up and make our connection. So my choice would be, right, I'm here, I'm ready to work, I'm putting out my signal, my beacon, as I slightly change my energy, and Spirit will know that a medium has walked in here, and also all of you guys as well here. I'm ready to come in with some evidence, so for me to be able to see them and communicate with them, and for them to tell me why they're here, why they're stuck here, do they want to stay here, do they want to go back up to the light, what's their reason, and come through with some evidence as well.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
And do you know what sort of entities are in here?
Yeah.
But do you know before you start that, hello, there's 3 people here, or there's 1 person here, or whatever?
Yes, to a degree. So yesterday I got a little bit of information about somebody being underneath the stage, and being down below, and you said it's the dressing rooms there. I don't know anything about what is here from anybody else apart from myself. So I have a sense of a gentleman and a female energy here already, ready to communicate, and also around this area here as well. So
very interesting.
Yes.
So we hope to be in contact with them.
Sure. Yes, exactly. Yeah. We invite them in and off we go. Yeah.
I hope we don't frighten you too much.
Me too.
Another member of our team is renowned ghost hunter Nigel Wood. He's here not only to make contact with anything that's here, but also to tell me how he does it. Nigel, good to meet you.
Hi Paul, nice
to see you. Now tell me, how does this work? You've got a lot of equipment around the place.
Certainly have. We've got old school type devices, and we've got gadgets, which you see a lot of people kind of use. This is a kind of a mainstay device which paranormal investigators kind of start with, and it's called a K2 meter.
K2.
And basically what it does is detect EMF, and that's electromagnetic frequencies. That kind of thing that your mobile phone or your microwave might emit. So they were to begin with, they were made for health and safety reasons more than anything. But as paranormal investigators along the years discovered that spirits tend to emit this kind of energy when they're in our presence, and this is a handy way of detecting that energy.
What is there? So at the moment it's got a green light on it. If that, and there's little things, different colours going up to red.
That's right. That's the strength.
That shows the strength of the electromagnetic field.
So interestingly, as we were preparing just a few minutes ago in the foyer, this was going off the scale.
Was it?
Yeah. So it was going all the way to the red for no obvious reason. The natural things like can cause the meter to go off, like iffy wiring in a building, mobile phones, that kind of thing. So normally we would try and what we call debunk those kind of anomalies in order to, if we can't explain it normally, then it's not normal, and if it's not normal, then it's the paranormal.
It's paranormal, So, and what about sounds? Have you equipment that can detect sounds?
Sounds, yes, as in one term that is called EVP, that's electronic voice phenomenon.
Yeah.
And that is the picking up of voices.
Right.
Now, those can be anything from squelchy voices to whispers to just full-on voices as I'm talking to you now.
Yes.
It's quite a fascinating area of the paranormal. So you've got EVPs. You've also got equipment which can allow spirits to talk through the devices to give us words and, if we're very lucky, sentences. And that's things like spirit box radios, paranormal ITC apps. They're designed in such a way to allow spirit to hopefully be able to communicate contextually with us.
Yes. Well, I'll tell you what, let's not talk about it anymore. Let's go and start trying to find something.
Let's get on.
Good idea. Here we go. Before we start, our lovely psychic Michelle here is going to give us some protection, just in case there is a mischievous or even a naughty entity hanging around.
Lovely.
Come in, Gary. That's it.
Great Divine Spirit, as we connect all here today in this beautiful theatre, I ask that protection is placed around each and every one of us. I ask that we work with love and light, truth and integrity. I ask that our guides step forward and work with us. I ask anybody here, great divine spirit, spirit entities, souls of light, to step forward and give us evidence that you are truly here, with names, dates, and exactly what happened to you.
So here we are, starting our tour of the Oasthouse Theatre under the stage. We have our psychic, Michelle Morley, Nigel Wood, our ghost hunter, and the rest of the team. Let's see if we can find anything.
Right. Okay. So will you just tell me when you're picking up on stuff?
Okay, so if we move away from the REM pod.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll put that down there like that as well. We can try and stay as still as possible.
Okay.
Because what we're doing at the moment, where the box on the left, the orange one, is looking for various changes in the environment,
yeah,
as in pressure, humidity, temperature. It's also looking for EMF,
right,
and vibration. So if I
see, then it lights up. Yes.
So we can ask Spirit,
mm-hmm,
if anyone's with us right now, you could please come forward, try and communicate with us. That we'd be eternally grateful. You can tap the floor or tap the device, the orange one, to the left of me. That'd be brilliant.
My meter is flickering.
yeah.
Stopped. There it goes.
Okay, thank you very much for that.
Hi Spirit, if you're here, we'd really like to communicate with you. We come in total love and light. I come in love and light to communicate with you. And ask for you to communicate with me, whether it be in my head or work with me visually so I can see you. I have an awareness of a gentleman that is here with us. I've been feeling your presence since I got here. Could you do anything with the electronics that we have here today?
If you can see the red light on the box next to the wall, you can move closer to that box. It'll make some other lights come on, and that will give us an indication that you're with us.
Let's go further into the depths of the theatre and see what we can find there.
Ooh.
Let's go again.
Okay. It definitely feels a shift of energy or vibration in this room. Okay, Nigel, have you got your gift?
Yeah.
Right.
I'm starting to feel a change in
There is a change in here. There's a change of energy, there's a change of density. It feels slightly thicker in here, but I do feel quite happy in here. So the gentleman that we have had with us, that's been up on the stage and around there, who feels a little bit angry, bless his heart, I was describing him earlier as a bit of a bulky gentleman.
Yes.
I feel slightly scooped with him as well. I feel very in darker clothes with him, and I just feel like I had some sort of mud on my boots, and he just feels like a wanderer here. In here, this feels like a much different energy and a different vibration. I ask for any spirit that is in here, please, to come forward. I have a sense of a female energy that has come here to join us. If you could just show us this on any of the electrical appliances that we have here today, or just to give us a knock or a sign to show everybody that indeed life is everlasting and that you are here with us.
My meter is flickering again.
Yeah.
Okay. Right, let's just make sure there's nothing on the floor nearby. It'd be going off the scale if it was. Overhead.
No,
Going on.
nothing there.
Oh, I'm slightly dizzy now.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes a sign.
Yeah,
Okay,
indeed.
And there it goes again.
Can we? Yeah.
Went right to the red then.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
What are
Can
you
we
seeing,
just come in
Michelle?
around here? So I'm seeing a female energy that is in here. I feel that she didn't make old bones, is what she's showing me. Okay. I've just felt a little rush of cold air or energy that's just come into me here. She feels very beautiful. I feel that my hair with her was tied back. She tells me she got sick or she got a disease, okay, and that she, oh gosh, she's telling me that she had, that she would have worked here, okay. She's saying I loved being here, I loved being here, I loved being here, okay. A sense of her either watching her mother or a family member being here. She wasn't on the stage, she tells me. She tells me that she looked after and she helped people, okay.
So she was here whilst this was
I feel
theatre, not before.
I feel that she was here whilst this was the theatre. I feel that she has been here right from the very beginning, if you like, okay. What was this before a theatre, please?
It was a working Oasthouse, so they used to do the hops here.
Thank you. Okay, that makes more sense to me actually, because she's telling me that her mum worked here, her family worked here, she would work here. She's saying that she's been stuck here. She shows me her being of the age of about 11 years old, bless her heart. I feel very emotional around her. I feel very teary around her. It's quite cold around here. I don't know if anybody's picking up anything at all coming around in this area here. Please, should I carry it over there?
Yes, there's nothing at the moment.
Right, has she moved around? I feel quite panicked with her as well. All right.
There was a knock on the door just now.
Okay.
It almost sounded like something.
Yeah. Okay.
Moved the
Fine.
chair.
Yeah. And
This is flickering again now here.
Okay, I've got this onto temperature mode now, so we can.
good.
Oh, it's cold. It is chilly.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. And I have a sense of her being a bit nervous and scared of her. Bless your heart, my darling. It's okay. It really, really is okay. She's saying to me that she feels safe here. She tells me that she was in poverty, not looked after, not taken care of, and although not connected to the theatre as we've progressed with what she's communicating with me, but has stayed here in the theatre.
Right.
And it would be interesting to know if it's her that's playing with the bear. Young lady. She's about 11 years old. She's quite thin. She didn't make womanhood as well. She's saying, okay.
Do we know how she died?
It was illness, disease, malnutrition.
Right.
Excuse me, Michelle, do we have a name for her?
I want to come in with a name beginning with an A, so an Alice.
Anna.
Anna, okay, fine. So I want to come in with Alice as well, all right?
I'm just starting up. Coincidentally, this is called the Alice Box,
Oh,
which is IGC app.
oh really? I honestly
Not
didn't
by-
know
not
that.
by
I did
plan
not
of
know that.
design.
Right.
So
She says she likes the company in here.
Oh, well, what does that mean? Our company or the company that's usually
The
here?
company that's here. She likes the happiness
Right.
that's
yes.
in here. She likes the buzz that's in here as well, all right? And she's quite happy. She says she's quite happy as well, all right?
Well, there would be a buzz down here because we're under the stage, but this is one of the dressing rooms.
Right,
So
yeah.
there would be people here getting ready for the production and so on.
Yeah. But she hides in this corner here, so I don't know what this would have been, this particular corner, if we can have a look at some point before it was changed or the building was restructured.
Well, we might know if I call Dean Caston over here, because Dean's been involved in this building for many years. Dean, have you any idea what that corner would have been?
No, I mean when they acquired the theatre in the 60s,
Yeah.
it was still a working Oast, so it wasn't all these. The floors were all uneven, and so these probably would have been storage areas,
Okay, fine.
cupboards and things like that.
Yeah, that's fine.
Structurally, we haven't changed the walls because it's a listed building.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, very much this would have been where they worked to do the hots.
Thank you, because she showed working and being and working and having to be here. So
now Nigel's got the Alice box on.
Yeah, we have an IT instrumental transcommunication app, and this is what helps us to possibly communicate better with spirit. Some spirits have the ability to interact with these applications and produce as words. Now, so trees.
This is the first time you've had paranormal
child.
Because she's telling me.
Now,
She's
saying
these
words,
the first time this has happened.
what we're looking for is words that have context
Right.
with what.
So I guess they were probably children as well.
Yeah, great.
Whoa.
Yeah, she's just there.
We
She
have
really
Anna
is.
with us. Lisp.
This.
Yes.
I said list.
She's got a list.
Didn't I say list to you yesterday, guys? Somebody with a list.
Some words that are going to come through this box are going to have context and some won't. Hopefully more will have context than
She's
others.
becoming a little bit more relaxed.
So what I'm going to do with this other box of tricks here, it's called an envoy.
Yeah, she likes
This
it.
allows spirits to
There's no
effectively speak and spell.
None at all.
Spell by using temperature or magnet, EMF or touch. They can interact with this device to tap out the letters of words.
What they want to say.
Yeah. We also have the ability to do yes or no.
Right.
I don't know if you know whether there was any
For basic
plague or
communication,
disease swept through this area then.
we can do numbers,
Look at.
and we can they can through memes give us an idea as to their mood.
So we've got lisp on here. We've got
Lagoon.
lagoon.
Now, some of these words are not going to have context.
Yeah.
It doesn't. It's not 100% science. But if we do get anything coming through which does have context to the location that we're in, what we're talking about at the time, questions we're asking out, then that starts to add a little bit of credence to what's coming through.
We've got Win has come up on the screen now. Did you say, Michelle, that the young girl had a lisp?
I said to Nigel and Michelle yesterday, I said there's somebody in the theatre below who's got a lisp, and Michelle wrote it down.
Good.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
That was me, but she likes the bell. I was just checking that was a bell. She told me I like the bell, and so I've just come over to check it was a bell, and it is a bell, and she likes this. She likes this. That's her. She likes the bell. Can you do something with the bell, my darling? That's all.
Is her name Anne?
Anna.
Anna. Hello, Anna.
Under glass.
Under glass.
Yes, what does under glass mean, I wonder?
Under glass. Is someone passed under glass, my darling?
It says preacher and then under glass.
Preacher under glass.
Anna, if it's possible for you to do this, can you try and communicate your name through this device that I'm holding in my hand now? Is that possible for you?
It's for you, my darling. For you to play with, to touch.
Well, let me play with the bear now, if you'd like to.
Can you ring the bell for us, Anna? What was that?
Adultery.
Ah.
Does that have context with Anna's story?
With her mother. Is that correct with your mother, my darling? Right. Let's see where we're going with this.
Yes.
So I want to ask you, my darling, if you can confirm through the box or just confirm with us touching the bear or giving the confirmation for everybody to see, a sense of you being a young girl who I feel was abandoned and left, and I have a sense of something really quite awful happening to your mother, my darling. Right. in a sense of you feeling quite nervous. What will happen? What will come to you? And a sense of a gentleman that was around that caused a lot of.
What caused the amber light to come on?
Pressure. Yeah.
So
Was it
slight change in pressure?
I see. Yes.
Around the device. Can you make? We're trying to understand what you're able to do, Anna. It isn't trying to, get you to perform, but we're trying to understand what you're able to do to show us physically that you're with us, if that's possible. Don't worry if it's not. But we've got a number of pieces of equipment with us which can help show that that you're with us and communicate in some way with us.
And if you don't want to use the equipment, my darling, you can always knock or make a noise.
Yeah.
For us to know that you're here and you're okay with us being here.
Yes, give us a sign, any sign, that you are here.
Another good go.
Oh yeah. Good. She's quite nervous. She just feels quite unsure.
Don't be nervous, Anna. Everyone here, comes with love and the best of intentions. Total respect for you and the building here.
Should we perhaps try another area of the theatre?
I think so. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Let's move on.
Because we had a lot of activity upstairs, didn't we? So
yeah, definitely.
Let's try another part of the theatre.
Yeah.
Embark.
There we go.
Where there was some activity.
We were getting activity on the stairs earlier under the Pooh Bear.
I've got a flash here, the green one.
Movement can make that spontaneous. That was good. That's good.
That's right up.
But it could be. Let's move that away from the camera. Okay.
It's still going.
I'm feeling a change here.
That's going right up to the red then.
Interesting.
That's good.
That's good. It's definitely something down here.
There's somebody with me right now. Yeah. You make the lights flash all the way to the red. You were doing that just now.
The gentleman that's been here.
It was going all to the red when I was at the bottom of the stairs.
Yeah, just to kind of get out.
Would you prefer if Paul holds this?
Right. There, a little flick there.
Yeah.
Let's move up into the...
I've got a sense of a gentleman that has been following us around. I've just been talking to Dean, who's confirmed some of the things that I have been picking up on that goes along with the stories, bearing in mind I know nothing about him. Again, back to this gentleman who feels quite angry, who doesn't want us to be in here, or anybody to be in here, a sense of telling us to get out, get out. And I don't mean this in a horrible scare. I'm not scared at all. None of us are scared or panicking. I just have a sense of everything was changed around him. And so it's more that the theatre's changed to when he used to be here, prior to it being a theatre. I feel this gentleman would have either loaded stuff, moved stuff, but he definitely walked outside and in and outside and in. So loading things, loading lorries. His boots were dirty, he shows me as well. So coming in and out and in and out and in and out.
Do we have a name? Can you get a name?
I haven't got a name at the moment, and I most certainly will not make it up, but I will keep asking him for his name. At the moment, this is what he is showing me.
We don't know how he died.
I'm just about to get to that, funnily enough. Again, I've asked Dean if he could have a look at some point about a disease or something that came into this area that was either bought in with the goods, bought in, but I just have a sense of people all becoming very, very sick, very, very ill, and they weren't taken care of. They were just neglected and left, and things changing historically. So a sense of this area changing very quickly, very, very fast. And they were left behind. He tells me he didn't really have any money, and he tells me he died here. Passed here. Okay.
By here, you mean this level or in this building?
In the building.
In the
and
building.
I think as we go around, we'll find it.
Yes.
But I have a real strong sense of his heart. He's talking about his heart and his whole digestive system. I feel really sick, like I'm throwing up all the time. He feels about 5'8" maximum, definitely taller than me. It feels very cold around here, but we are by a door.
We do know of 2 men that have died here. I won't go into the details.
No, don't need to. That's great.
But there are 2 men that definitely died here, aren't there, Dean?
One. The others were.
Oh, the others were out of here, were they?
Yeah,
Yes.
He took them.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine.
We've had 2 words come through.
Yeah.
When you were talking about people being brought here,
Yes.
ill, etc., the word among came through.
Okay.
Just after that, wish, and now Chris.
Okay, fine.
Chris.
Okay, fine. I don't feel this is this gentleman's name,
Okay.
Chris, but it could be a connection to the gentleman that passed here. Bless your heart, my darling. Bless your heart. Yeah.
Shall we go? Yes, let's go upstairs.
Being a working house, there probably would have been a lot of people working here, probably in quite poor, cramped conditions.
Yes.
Who had the name? The name Chris came up on there. What is the name of that memorial there?
Peter.
Oh, Peter.
Okay. All
Right. Let's go upstairs.
Yeah. Bless you. Do you?
Yeah, and I think somebody just looked round the doorway at the
Bless
top
you.
of it.
Okay.
Well, let's go and have a look.
Right. Let's have a look. Right. We all understand that this is your home and your space.
Is there?
We've been given the name Chris. We don't know if that means anything to.
I'll keep on asking. I'll keep on asking. I feel it's somebody else or somebody that this gentleman we've got with us.
Okay.
I'm just been given the name Frank.
Okay.
All right.
Frank. Hello, Frank. We appreciate that you're not used to people being here.
Oh, I feel quite dizzy here. I can tell you that right now.
Yeah.
Woo!
You can say your name through this device somehow.
Oh,
It'd be amazing.
I feel very dizzy here. Do you feel a bit funny here?
Just coming up on
Yeah,
stairs.
exactly. Yeah.
Whoa, yes.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know if it's the orientation of stairs, but I certainly have a wobble there.
Yeah. Are you picking anything up on it?
Oh,
Yeah.
it's really cold.
Yeah.
Whoa. Okay.
It's weird, isn't it?
Yeah, it's very
It's
weird.
almost like
Bible.
It's almost like a portal. So a portal.
Bible just came through.
Bible.
Religion, Bible.
Okay. It could be a portal that's there as well. Right. So I've been given the name Frank. Frank, Frankie, Franklin. This could be a surname, of course. Are we going up in here?
Yeah. This is where I got the cobwebs earlier.
Yeah.
We're in the top of the theatre now, in what used to be one of the roundels at the top of the Oasthouse, which is where the threshing and the drying of the hops and so on would have carried on. These days it's a prop room for the theatre, but we're right near the top.
Okay.
Let's see what we can find. Michelle?
I'm not feeling any. I did earlier, but I'm not feeling anything in here at the moment. I'm honestly not. It feels very grounded in here. I have
a lot of words come through here. Sorry.
We're getting words coming
Loving,
through.
Mary, God, Bible, gravity.
Right.
Mark. His name Mark.
Okay. All right.
Art, pennies. We've had a burst of words coming through.
Yes.
Coming into
Great.
here. Tug.
Right, okay, fine. But what I was going to say is I wanted to go over into that corner. When I came in here earlier,
Yes.
the most drawn I felt was in the corner over there.
We'll move over there a little more and we'll see what we can find.
Everybody, hello. Okay, just to see if there's anybody in here.
We've had as many words come through since we've been in this room.
Whoa!
Through the
What?
device, and we've had the whole.
Night.
Yeah.
Michelle, can you come into this corner, please? Certainly can. I just went really, really dizzy. Listen to hear.
Yeah, I'm getting bursts.
Yep.
Yeah,
So what are you
Moving
finding
around.
down here, Michelle?
So at the moment, what I'm picking up on the most is an energy. They haven't made themselves clear to me at the minute, and I don't make things up. It's just not how I work. But I do have a sense of there being an energy that is slowly beginning to make themselves. Gosh, there's clearly been. I know that Dean said there's been more than one death here, but I honestly don't feel that all the deaths were recorded. Okay, and historically written. Right. There must have been some sort of a prayer room or praying as well, because I'm being shown this. I'm being shown people praying. I'm being shown a lady on her bending down and sending prayers to a sickness, to illness, and it's just flashes that I'm getting
That
of somebody
ties in
around
with the
here.
God, Bible, God, Mary references earlier, perhaps.
Yeah,
Yes,
but I can see a woman kneeling and praying. Rosary beads. I've got rosary beads. Is this correct? Can you give us some words, please? Show us something, give us something, and knock anything for us to confirm that you are indeed here, my lovely.
Of course, when this was an Oasthouse 200 odd years ago,
Right.
people were more religious, did pray more.
Yeah.
And maybe they prayed at the start of a day's work, at the end of a day's work, for a good
Indeed.
harvest
Yeah.
or whatever.
Yeah, yeah. This area here, however it's been changed or moved, or the energy's been changed, or the structure of the building, I'm getting a sense of rosary beads wrapped around a woman's wrist and her praying. Okay? Praying for people, praying for this sickness or this illness that had come through as well, and just praying, just a generally really lovely hearted woman. I'm being given the name Hillary as well with her. Again, it could be a surname. Rosary. We've already said that. Rosary, Rosemary, and rosary beads as well. Yeah.
There was yes, and I'm not sure what the connection was, but the green room used to be called the Tok H room, and the Tok H is a Christian organisation.
Yes, it is.
And there was some, I don't know if it was some donation from there, or it was the building was something to do with them at one point, because it for many years the green room was known as the Tok H room.
So that could tie in with what Michelle has found, and Nigel. Certain words: God, Bible, rosary leads, and so on.
The latest word that came out is just boots. This is a props room.
Yeah.
So, costumes, footwear. Should we head back up to
Yeah.
your...
You fell over then.
Did you?
Yeah.
Well, we've got a lot of
Right.
activity so far.
Walking.
Yes.
My little bleeper here was going mad. It is now. Goes all the way up to the red.
It's certainly following you around, Paul.
Yeah, something's following me.
Could you just come back with the camera and just stand in front of Paul for me, please? Just as you were. I just want to see if that was... No, I think it's just a... Can anybody see to the right-hand side of Paul? It could be his auric energy. It's not on the left. It could be the camera. But there's just like a milky...
Yes.
Can you see
Yes.
it? No, it's right to the right of Paul.
Yeah.
Can you see that?
It flashed and went again, and then it came back again.
Yeah. Has that stopped going?
What does that mean? Is that a shadow or something?
As I would say, it's a spirit that's come, that is standing to your left-hand side, Paul.
I see. Well, if you're there, can you make yourself known? Tap,
Okay.
bang, kick, throw the furniture around. Let us know you're there.
Now, Michelle, can you see anybody with me right now?
I can't. No, I can't. I feel
Is there
it's more-
anybody to the right of me
I
now?
feel it's more around here.
On the stage?
More around here. He just keeps moving around. Obviously, his spirit, and he will. But we just would really like you to. I feel quite cold here. For you to come through and communicate and show us that you're here, We are aware of your energy being here, my lovely. We come in total peace and light and love. And we just would like you to work with some of these instruments that we have here for you to communicate. Tell us why you're here. Tell us why you haven't gone back to spirit. And just use some words to communicate.
No need to feel angry. We don't mean you any harm or any disrespect.
Well, aggression, though, would fit in with a story that we know, wouldn't it, Dean?
Yeah, that's feel angry.
Frank, sorry to have to keep asking you things, but can you make the little box that Paul's currently holding, do you think you've interacted with, come close to? Could you make the lights in that flash again? Could you touch it? Could you come close? Make those lights flash again for me, please.
I have a sense that he's pushed people here, touched people, pushed people, has done some physical things as well. What's he say?
Worry.
Oh, bless you. Yeah, a sense of there being some pushing or physical stuff that's happened here as well. He doesn't like. I keep hearing "get out, get out, get out, get out." There was just a light that just went up there as well in front of you, Gary. Yeah, get out, get out, get out. He used to work here. Yeah.
Okay. You had them then, but what area where you're standing?
Yeah. That fell.
That felt, but
yeah.
It wasn't touched, but the presence of someone behind that.
Yeah, yeah. Well, he says to me that he has pushed or moved or touched, definitely. He has said that. I'm asking him to do it to me. Give me a push, give me a shove. I mean, that's hard to prove, isn't it? I could just obviously fall forward, but I'm not like that as a medium.
We had someone sitting.
You had someone in the front row.
Yeah, definitely.
Several times.
Yeah, because he says he does touch people. He's saying I touch people.
Frank, did you just touch the orange box just then? You did. Can you tap it again for me, please? Are you just trying it out? You like to push and you like to show your displeasure. You repeat that by touching the box again. Make the light flash. Something just made the light flash. It might have been Dean moving in the seats there. Could you just try and move in the seats a little bit? Tap the arm.
Yeah. Oh, blue light flash then.
That's EMF.
Right.
There's something with the electromagnetic energy close to that. I didn't see that flash when you were tapping, so I was just trying to replicate.
Well, the
resent.
Yeah, I'm sure. He is aggressive, resentful, like we've said. When I came in earlier on, just a sense of him feeling very angry. Things were taken from him. He wasn't heard. I feel very lonely with this gentleman as well, almost like orphaned, not taken care of, and just had to make his own way. I feel he was abused in some sense in the way he was treated, not treated well, not treated kindly, and nobody noticed him. He says, nobody really noticed me. Nobody really gave me any attention or any affection or any kind of love.
Well, some of that ties in with the story we know,
okay.
And I think perhaps we ought to get Dean, who knows the story, to come over here, Dean, and tell us the story.
Yes.
It might not be the same person that you have contacted, but tell us the story, Dean. Tell us the man's name.
The gentleman's name that we had was Mortimer Squires.
Right.
And he worked here.
Okay.
We don't know if he was the owner or he was one of the workers.
Yeah.
And his wife had an affair with one of the threshers who worked here.
Yeah.
And he followed them. They went to Upchurch, which is miles down the road, and he murdered both of them.
Right.
But he came back here, and he was obviously ridden with guilt to what he'd done.
Yeah.
And he hung himself.
Right.
In one of the kilns.
In one of the roundels. Yeah.
Gosh, gracious me.
But whether we've got him coming through, or whether it's somebody else, of course, we don't know.
Yield.
Yield.
Yeah. I don't feel that is who I've got here at the moment. I feel it's someone different, somebody who worked here. He shows me bringing things in and out from the street, loading things, bringing things in and out. I feel that he was on his own. I do not feel that he had a wife or anything like that. He shows me that he was hardly seen.
This is Frank.
Frank or Franklin, yes.
Right.
Frank, we know you're here now.
Yeah.
And I think you may well be very close by to this orange box. The temperature's starting to drop. The baseline for this room has been about 73, 72.9, 73, and now at 72.6. And we've got people close by, so if anything, the temperature should be going up slightly,
not down. Yes.
It's not huge, but on consensus is that when spirit are in attendance, they draw heat from the environment around them.
Yeah.
And that's why it feels colder.
Yeah.
Scratch pay test. We head back to the backstage area and into the other room.
Let's have a look back there. Yes. Okay, after you, Gary.
Well, can you explain what we're doing now?
Yeah, we're going backstage now to another point, to what are now the wings of the theatre, but we've also, of course, been part of the Oasthouse to see what we can find in that.
Still, I'm getting quite cold here.
Temperature is dropping.
Are you? That's where. So that was where Paul was stood.
Yeah.
It's more or less in that spot there.
Mm-hmm.
So it's now 72.5. You've got to drop to 72.4. What's that?
Well, I've got the shivers, but I don't know what that is. I'm quite cold.
Yeah, that's it.
I'm not sure if it's a graph that's coming through. Oh, that's right.
Oh, what was that?
Yeah. Just see what that is, where it was. Where I saw it. Paul.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, yeah. And that was pressure.
Right.
Precious.
Maybe he doesn't want us to leave quite yet then. Not quite finished.
Frank, do you not want us to leave here at the moment? Do you want to talk with us? 72.4. Do you want to communicate with us? Do you want to get your story through to us? We're happy to listen.
Yeah. It's this gentleman being sat here and just looking down.
Give it a moment
at everybody.
to settle itself.
Right up to them.
Interesting.
Yeah?
Is it really?
Very good. So Frank, W.
Okay.
Frank, can you try touching this device on the floor with the red lights on? We'll ask you questions. I'm going to make this a bit easier for you. Slow it down just a bit. Okay, so we'll ask you some straightforward questions. So, are we communicating with someone called Frank at the moment?
Wow. Look at that circle. If you look in there, you can see a light anomaly floating across the floor. What do you think of that?
Did you pass here in what is now a theatre?
Pushes people, and taps them and knocks them and this, that and the other, then you should be able to use this particular device.
What does it say?
Paul.
Paul.
Hail.
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 Oh, look. There's another light orb going across Nigel's body. It's going towards the equipment. Wow. Here's a replay. And let's see it in slow motion. There it goes. Was that Frank? What do you think? Let us know at sightings@worldsmosthauntedtheatres.com. That's still going down. Can you give us a good sign, Frank? Push somebody, move some furniture, do something to let us know that you want us to contact you.
You can tap
As you can see, when Nigel says tap, we get a light anomaly going across the bottom of the frame. Is this another orb?
Come through and communicate with us.
Here it is again.
Or give us a name.
Do you know what? I don't know what it was, but I just thought I got it on camera.
Yep.
There's a light just floating
Great.
around.
Excellent.
Like an orb, you
Yes.
mean? Yes.
Just
Great.
floating
Thank you,
straight
Frank.
around.
Great.
That's good.
Frank, do you understand modern technology?
Yes. Can you do that again? Can you? If you're here, you could just float an orb around the theatre. A ball of light.
As you can see, as soon as I say show us an orb floating around the theatre, we see one came straight down the frame into the camera. This is the best evidence yet we've had that we are not alone. What do you think? Let us know in the comments below.
It just did that straight down the camera.
Yeah.
Did it really?
Yeah. Honestly, it just came.
When I asked you to.
There's always a chance it might be dust that's
Yes.
flying.
Yeah.
That wasn't dust. That wasn't dust.
Yeah, but
No.
dust moves in a different direction to an orb.
We've got a draft
Um,
coming through, so
Great. So is that you? Showing us your energy moving around here in the theatre that we've just seen? Can you do it again?
Yes, try it again, Frank, so we know.
interestingly, through the app, it said slower. So
Oh.
I'm wondering if that. Do you need the device to work slower for you?
What do you
Yes,
mean us
yes.
to speak slower?
Possibly.
Can you not understand us properly? Send us an orb again, Frank, if you want us to speak more slowly.
Slow as it can go.
Okay. Take your time, my lovely.
There's no hurry.
No
hurry,
rush.
Frank.
Well, this is flickering here.
Getting more activity, per se, through the K2s, which is possibly them simply coming closer, or deliberately.
There's another example of an orb floating straight down the screen and off the bottom of the frame, proving that we are definitely not alone. What do you think?
Yeah.
Another orb.
Great.
Straight through.
Yeah. Well done.
Thank you, Frank.
Thank you so much.
Is that your way of being able to show us?
Mm.
Are you having difficulty coming through the equipment? That's fine. If that's the case, that's fine.
Do you feel quite drawn to Paul?
Why, my green light on
Oh.
this is flickering non-stop.
What's it said? I just go, it's near you.
Bill.
Bill.
Before that, vibrations.
Right.
Can you tap? Is it possible for you to tap the yellow box? Just as hard as you can. Hopefully that will just register a little light on it. A little light will shine up.
Use your foot.
Give it a kick. Give it a kick or a stomp. Use those boots you used to wear. Give it a good old stomp.
Yeah. Oh, my all fuzzy feeling right here, all around my head.
Temperature's now 71.8.
This is still flickering non-stop.
Yeah.
Whereas before it would go right up to the red and then
Yeah.
stop. But now it's just stopped. No, it's still flickering.
We have, in other words, came through England. The vibrations Bill England. Nothing's come through on the Envoy yet.
Well,
But if
take your
it's-
time.
It's
It's
not
okay.
possible for Frank or the other spirits to actually physically,
Yeah. Yeah.
physically interact. Then
Well-
temperature's now 71.7.
Well, we've had orbs. We've had
Yeah.
temperature changes. We saw something around Paul. We're definitely aware of a gentleman that's in here. More than one.
K2's definitely going off.
Yeah. Now, can you send another orb
Bind.
through the camera, please?
What does it say? Find. Sorry,
Bind.
Paul. Bind. Bind.
Bind as in bind. Would you tie up? Bind.
Well, you would tie up the
Yeah.
the hops and so on, yes.
So you worked here, my lovely?
Paralysis. Were you wounded? Were you injured here, Frank? Did you have a fall or something like that?
Did you suffer with paralysis, my lovely? Were you sick? One question at a time, Michelle. Did you have paralysis? I had a sense of you being very, very poorly for quite some time.
Did you know the man who hung himself here? If you did, give us a sign.
Dawn. Did you see it happen here, Frank? Were you in spirit at the time that these events happened?
Did you know the husband and wife who were murdered here, Frank?
Dean, do you know if they had a daughter? No children?
I don't know.
Okay, fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
EMF
Right.
spike.
Yeah, I saw that.
That might have been the phone. Not rule that out. But, create.
I don't know what that is.
And appear. That's interesting.
You can appear.
Well, can you appear for us, Frank?
Mistake.
If you can appear for us, that would be wonderful.
Can you confirm your name is Frank?
Simple yes or no.
Frank or Franklin?
Possible.
Possible. So there's obviously more than one spirit around, isn't there?
Mm-hmm.
Can we please ask for just one spirit to communicate with us, please? And that's the gentleman that we believe is called Frank. If the other spirits could please communicate.
Yeah. Okay.
Possible today, communicate.
Wow. Wow.
It's interesting.
Okay. Amazing.
So if you could please form an orderly queue.
Yes.
Form an orderly queue.
queue.
We can talk to as many people as possible at the time that we have here. But if we could just perhaps continue talking with Frank. Frank has told us that he didn't get the feeling people listened to him in life.
Yeah.
So maybe this is a great opportunity for us to listen to him now he's passed over.
What have we got?
Communicate, cannot rest, lose.
Cannot rest. Why can't you rest, Frank?
Right. This might. So this could well be. Right. Have we?
Mason.
Oh, it was a mason. Okay, makes sense. That's absolutely fine. Right, so we get loads of communication. Right, let's just see where we're going. I have a real sense that of there being, as we've said, more than one energy here, but also a sense of this gentleman that's communicating with us now being a little bit on scene, not known, worked here, sort of was in the background. And I also feel that this gentleman would communicate or look after in spirit realm with the girl that we found, the lovely young girl in the dressing room, Anna or Alice we were given.
Right.
But interestingly, the box was called Alice. So whether she was telling me to turn on Alice to communicate, which I did not know that was the name of it at all, it could be that. So what I'm asking you, yeah, it could well be. What I'm asking you, my darling, is to use my energy, use the energy here, use the energy in the room for you to be heard or to show us that you're here. And do you communicate or look after that lovely young energy that's here? Probably asking too many questions.
Now 71.1, so it's gradually dropping.
Yeah.
It's on the floor near the door. So
Yeah. exactly.
Were you a young man or a young boy when you first worked here, Frank?
Angry. It's got the word. Okay.
We've got the word angry come up. Are you angry at us trying to contact you? You can throw us out if you don't want us to contact you. We don't mind. We've been thrown out of better places than this.
Beautiful dress, near death again.
So is he talking about the little girl? We were talking about the little girl.
Yes, Anna.
Yes,
Yes.
yes,
Beautiful dress near death.
Near death phrase has come up again.
yes, yes. Which ties in to this illness or neglect that I feel swept through this building, this area, before it became a theatre.
Just go backstage for one last try to get in touch with Frank or whoever.
Or the other gentleman that's here.
The other gentlemen that are here.
Yeah, asking them just
Thank
to
you,
step
Frank.
forward.
Thank you. If you think you have the nerve, join us again when we go in search of the living dead in the world's most haunted theatres. And hopefully you won't be scared to death. If you've enjoyed our paranormal search, then don't forget to press the subscribe button and ring the little bell at the end, and you'll be notified when we go searching once again for the living dead. Sleep well.